Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I trust that each and every one of you are having a wonderful start to your new year. And I want to, off the bat, just thank you so much for hanging in here with me. I know it's been a moment since I've put out a video, and I highly apologize, but thank you so much for your patience. I thank you for joining me again on my YouTube channel. Your story is your mission, and my mission is to teach as many people as I can reach for free how to start a nonprofit and at the state level, and then how to become a 501c3 tax exempt organization at the federal level. And I have had some wonderful people call me. I've had great discussions with you all and learning your mission and you're wanting to start a nonprofit. And I thank you so much for sharing that information with me. I am so proud of each and every one of you, but we're going to get this kicked off for free. And many people wonder why I do this for free. I mean, like even my own family, right? They're like, why are you doing that for free? And it is because, number one, nonprofits are meant to do good, right? And so why not do good as much as you can in the element or realm that I can? So, having said that, I did start a nonprofit with my friends, two of my friends, and it was restoring abandoned cemeteries. And I want to tell you that it was very difficult to, first of all, get any type of funding, donations, because, hey, people want to give to people that are alive, not to people that are dead. And I understand that. But still, it was so passionate for us because it hurt our heart to see the tombstones all covered with, oh my God, just in a forest, literally, like literally trees growing through the tombstone. So it was very, very passionate, a passionate endeavor for us. But I want to tell you that we had to do the 501c3 paperwork by ourselves. Of course, the incorporation paperwork at the state, we did all of that ourselves because we looked, we called around and we looked it up and then we did everything. And we were like, oh my God, that is so expensive. You know what? We're going to do all the research we can and we are going to do this ourselves. And that's what we did. We did all of the paperwork ourselves, and hey, that's what I'm going to teach you to do. Again, there are things you cannot avoid. There's your state fee to incorporate your nonprofit, and then there's the IRS's fee. They call it a user fee. That's what I say is the application fee. You have to pay that. And in my other videos, you know that it could be $250 for the 1023 Easy form, or it could be $600 for the what I call the long form, the 10 form 1023, where you have to do a lot more legwork. And look at my videos. You'll know why I say I do not recommend Form 1023 easy, but by all means, if you can get approved that way, absolutely do it. But I want each and every one of you, if you have not seen my videos, please, please look at each and every one of those. They are listed by episode, and it's so important that you do that. If you don't, you won't know what in the world I'm talking about. So this is in order of how the documents need to be prepared. This is like how you need to do it. Now, if you skip around, I mean, it's not going to break anything, but my videos are in the order that at least I do it. So I know maybe some others may do it differently, but hey, you're watching me, so hey, we want to do it my way, right? And it works. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in with me. We're going to go ahead. I realized in the last video that I said that that was part 4. It was some of part 4, but it wasn't all of part 4. So, today I'm going to get through the rest of part 4. And guys, please subscribe to my channel. I have many people that they look at my videos, but they do not subscribe. And I really want to continue to teach as many people as I can reach how to do this paperwork. And I want to be able to do it for free, but I need you to hit that little subscribe button so that YouTube will not kick me off the platform or anything. I don't know that they will do that, but I do want them to keep suggesting my videos to more people. And if you subscribe, it shows them that you appreciate my content. So, hey, I got that out of the way. We're on this new year. Let's go ahead and get started again. And let's go ahead and get to the second half of Form 1023, and that will be part 4. See you on my screen. Okay, so here I am at my screen, and you all know my style of teaching is pretty literal. Like, I am going to tell you stuff you probably already know how to do, but I do like to recognize that there are some people that maybe don't know this. So if you'll just be patient with me while I go through this, I want to make sure that everyone gets all the details that they need. So what we're going to do is go into the address bar right here, and we're going to type pay.gov, because remember, this is the site that you need to go to in order to complete the Form 1023 application and submit the documentation as well. Submit the application and uploaded documentation. So we're going to go to pay.gov, and we're going to hit enter. Remember that I said that at the IRS, they no longer accept paper documentation mailed to them. When we did it, they did, but now everything has to be submitted electronically, and you also pay for the application at the same time you submit it. So that's why we're going to this website, and you will, right here in the upper right hand corner, click on menu, and you actually should have already, by now, if you're following my videos in order, you should have already created an account at pay.gov. If you have not, then you'll have to register and do that. That's no big deal, just like doing registering any other place, online. So don't be intimidated by that. So go ahead and click sign in. Don't be intimidated. Even if you owe the IRS money, they're not looking at your personal, they're looking at the fact that, you're applying for a nonprofit, like you're actually trying to get approved as a 501c3 tax exempt. It's separate. I laugh because I actually have people that ask me that question, and I don't mean to take it lightly, but no, don't be intimidated by setting up your pay.gov website. Excuse me, website account. So go ahead and click sign in. Again, I've already established an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and get signed in here. And you're going to click again, sign in. And remember, in my last video, I told you, or the other videos, that you do have to create a login account for ID.me or login.gov. This is just an extra layer of security. I think we're all very familiar with this process now. It seems like everybody is wanting us to do an extra layer of security, which is great, right? And I've already done this. So I'm going to click ID.me. And you have to do this before you can access pay.gov. So we're just going to wait on that screen to come up. And here I'm going to go ahead and enter my email address. Okay, I'm going to enter my password, which of course you can't see. I mean, it's password protected. I'm going to say, remember me. Let me tell you, it never remembers me. I have to do this every single time, but it's okay. So we'll go ahead and sign in. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask me if I want the system to send me a password via text or call me on my phone. I've already got it in here that I want it to text me. I've got my cell phone number in here. My goodness, sorry. Cell phone number in here, which you'll do when you're setting up the account. So I'll click continue. And I don't know, my system seems to be going a little slow today, but it's okay as long as it works. So I've got my password. It just came across. I mean, my verification code. It just came across. So I'm going to put that in here and click continue. And now we should be able to get into the actual pay.gov website. So come on, computer. La 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 la, la 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 la. Okay, there we go. So, and what you're going to do, you're already in here. So you're just going to scroll down, see it'll have your name there. Welcome, Beatrice, whatever your name is. And you're going to click go to my account. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on My Forms. This is where all of your saved forms are. So when you're working on that Form 1023, remember I said do not start working on that form until you're just about ready to submit it, because IRS website, this website pay.gov does not guarantee that it's going to save the form forever and ever. Amen. As I've said before. So just don't submit it or start working on it until you're actually just about ready. I mean, maybe even a month out. Um, 2 months, maybe you will be lucky, but I would just kind of wait for a month out. So I am going to click on My Forms, and it is going to take me to my saved forms. This is what you submitted. This is what you saved. Um, so I have a test form in here, and I do have some clients that are just about ready to submit those. So we're going to just go to my test. So again, all I did was click on my saved forms, and then I just clicked continue the form, and all I was doing, just without being on the screen, was just clicking next, next, next until I got here. Now, I know in my last video, I actually went over this section, your activities, past, present, and planned. See? But I wanted to show you something. I kind of stopped right here and I said you can just put in see upload. You actually have to put a little more information in because this does require more characters. And see right here, with just that in there, it says response must have at least 100 characters. I do apologize for that. So I am going to do this. Let me show you this. So I'll be off screen just a little. I mean, you won't see what I'm doing, but I am going to just copy and paste um, my answers. And you know what? Let me show you how. Hey, someone may not know how to copy and paste. So let me just kind of show you that process. All right. So again, I do want to just take the time to show you how to copy and paste. I understand that everyone may not know how to, but a lot of people I know you do. But so what we're going to do to remedy that 100 characters issue I had, we're just going to go here where we are here. See, this is the past, present, the program activities, the past, present, and planned, and you will have had this already completed. This, just ignore this. This is where you would have the name of your nonprofit or the nonprofit, and then this is where would be where the EIN number would go. I just didn't go in and do a lot of changing around on this form because just for lack of time. So just even if you get this form and you're looking at it, you'll see my numbers kind of don't line up. Like this should be 2A, 2B, see, because that says number 2. But I just look over me because I just did it, as far as just trying to get it done quickly, and not having to do a lot of revising. So, but what I'm going to do, what you want to do to copy this and clip it into your form, the application, is just left click and hold that down. So I'm going to go right where I want everything, to be where I'm trying to copy. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy all the way down this information. Just kind of move your mouse so it will scroll with you. Just kind of slide it down. You see that right there? I'm just kind of sliding it down and then just let go of it. And then there, you're just going to hit copy. Okay, so we're back over here and we're going to go ahead and put our mouse little thingy. You like my terminology. There, we're going to right click and then we're just going to go here and click paste. and then it's going to paste everything that you just did, okay, that you just told it to copy. And so let me just make sure I didn't duplicate some things because I was kind of doing a lot. And let's just put that period there because it said, hey, curse. It didn't copy that. So the other thing that I do, although I did right click and I did copy that over into this application, I do, because there's more information that they need to see, the IRS, I need to bring it to their attention. So I want to say see uploaded document for more information on past, present, and planned activities. Now I want to show you something, okay? So I'm going to click next and I want to show you what happens. See what happens? It says input contains invalid character. It tells you the exact character that's invalid, and it is the percent sign. So what you want to do, you're going to have to do this, is actually go and look for any percent signs. And look, there's a percent sign, so we're going to delete that and we're going to actually type in the word percent. And it takes it just fine. Now we're going to click next and then we're going to get with this, okay? All right, so here we are on the second part of part 4. And the first question is number 2, because we entered number 1. Remember, that was the past, present, and planned activities. Number 2, enter the appropriate 3-character NTEE code that best describes your activities. See the instructions. If you have any questions, you know what I talk about in instructions. So what I have here is I have pulled up the NTEE codes, and if you can see right here, I'm sorry, I'm going a little fast here, but let me just tell you what NTEE, it stands for National Taxonomy of Exempt Entities. That's the code. And if you scroll down all the way, well, I kind of scrolled down all the way to the bottom. Let me show you what I did here. When you first pull up that, when you first search NTEE, this is what's going to come up. All right. So what I did was, and all I did was I searched NTEE codes. See, NTEE. Well, look at me. I searched NTEE codes. I always have to be extra. So this was the first thing that came up. This is what you want. So I just clicked on that. And then what I did, I just knew that I had to scroll all the way down to the bottom to actually see the list of NTEE codes. So I just scroll down and see it says you can find the full list of NTEE codes here. And you just click on that. And then it gives you all of the activity codes, the IRS activity codes for the NTEE. Now, I will put in the link. I promise I'm going to put in the link the list that I use. It's the same list, but it's just easier to read. It's a PDF. And I will also be fixing the other links that I should have in there for the bylaws and things like that. So you go back to the videos if you have not gotten those, the bylaws and the provisions or what have you that I promised in my videos, the previous videos, and you haven't been able to access it. Go back and you'll be able to access it by tomorrow because I'm going to post this today. It's Friday, the 26th of January. So I'm going to have that accessible to you by tomorrow. But for sake of time, see right here, it says, or check it here if you want the IRS to select the NTEE code that best describes your activity. So yeah, I mean, just check it. Always go and find exactly what I want, but just check it. That's fine. Number 3, do any of your programs limit the provision of goods, services, or funds to a specific individual or group of specific individuals? The majority of you will select no. But if yes, okay, give them absolutely a good explanation, right, of who it's going to be. See, for example, answer yes if goods, services, or funds are provided only for a particular individual, your members, individuals who work for a particular employer are graduates of a particular school. Okay, so I'll give you an example of when I actually answered yes. I'm going to put no there, though, for you. I did have a client who is starting, a mentorship program for women. It's strictly for women. And so that is a specific demographic, and it's limited. Her services are limited to women. And so you just have to give them, be very descriptive. Let them know your program, your services that you're going to be offering that particular demographic, and move on from there. All right. Which is good because you're gonna need to do that anyway. Like, if you have my checklist, you're gonna see you really, like, kinda should have your own little brochure where you list out your services, and that's essentially what you're going to be kinda, like, copying into here, putting it here, or saying, "See attached," what have you. But, there you go, we're gonna just say no here. All right. So, number four, do any individuals who receive goods, services, or funds through your programs have a family or business relationship with any officer, director, trustee, or with any of your highest compensated employees or highest compensated independent contractors? You'll say no. The majority of you will say no. I mean, you're typically not going to be offering your goods and services to your family or to your biz or any, your board of directors or someone like that. I would not recommend that. But if by all means you have a family member, you know that they're going to need your service, or they may even apply to with your foundation to receive your services, then yeah, definitely explain how these related individuals are eligible for goods, services, or funds. Got any questions? Look at that. Describe any business or family relationship between individuals who receive goods, services, or funds through your programs, and so on. And definitely don't forget the IRS Form 1023 instructions. Okay. Number five, do you or will you support or oppose candidates in political campaigns in any way? Absolutely no. Do not put yes here if you are a public charity. If you will be receiving the majority of your funds from the public, you absolutely cannot support or oppose a candidate in political campaigns. And you even should have that in your provisions and in your bylaws. Oops, sorry about that. Number six, do you or will you attempt to influence legislation? Absolutely not. No, you're not going to be up there lobbying for anything. Don't, no, you're not going to be able to attempt to influence legislation. No, absolutely no. Don't even as an individual person, like with our nonprofit, we don't even go to rallies for Democrat rallies, Republican rallies, independent rallies, whoever it is that is rallying for your support. We don't even attend that because we don't want to risk someone saying, "Hey," and you may get there and they say, "Well, hey, what do you do?" "Oh, well, I own a nonprofit and we restore cemeteries," and you're there supporting a candidate. That's honest, right? You're doing it. It's yourself. You're not there representing the organization, but you just never know who may say or who may think, "Oh, well, Beatrice was here and she was supporting this candidate and her nonprofit or the nonprofit." Remember, I said you don't own a nonprofit, but the nonprofit that she's a board of director on, she was here. They were here supporting this candidate. You just never know what people could mistakenly say and how that could cause you to get revoked, your nonprofit to get revoked. I don't know. I just don't risk it. I'm not saying it would happen. I just wouldn't risk it. Number 7, do you or will you publish, own, or have rights in music, literature, tapes, artworks, choreography, scientific I'm not good at that darn thing. What did I do? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I can be so goofy sometimes. I don't know what I clicked, but I sure did get myself out of that. All right, so here we are. Number 7. Do you or will you publish, own, or have rights in music, literature, tapes, artworks, choreography, scientific discoveries, or other intellectual properties? If yes, describe who owns or will own any copyrights, so on and so forth. The majority of you will say no. I will tell you that I had a client who, she has a theater. She actually that's her thing. That's the name of her, nonprofit. I'll just say theater. I won't say the rest of that. But she performs, within that theater, she performs, comedy stage plays or Christian comedy stage plays, and so she has a lot of she needed to copyright a lot of her material because she writes every all of her plays. She produces all of her plays, all of that. So she most certainly had to answer yes to this particular question, and provide all of the details so that the IRS will be aware of what she's doing, how much she's charging, so on and so forth. So yeah, but the majority of you will be no. Number 8, do you or will and I'm just giving you examples of, why you would say yes. Um, but I think the majority of you will be no. Number 8, do you or will you provide educational information to the general public on budgeting, personal finance, financial literacy, saving and spending practices, so on and so forth? The majority of you will be no. Now, if you are setting up a consumer credit counseling nonprofit, absolutely you will have to say yes, and you will need to explain in detail, um, what that encompasses. Okay. Again, another client who's teetering on the edge of that, um, because they would be, speaking with their demographic on budgeting and personal finance, but it was not the majority of what the nonprofit does. There's a way that you can go and determine if you actually need to answer yes to this and explain more, and that is at irs.gov. But the majority of you will be no. She was a no, based on that test. But yeah. Number 9, do you or will you make grants, loans, or other distributions to other organizations? If yes, you see what it's saying. It's telling you exactly what you need to give them. Hey, and again, another client I had who did make grants to organizations. Well, it was one organization. It was actually, the school, that they had, the theater arts program, at an organization within a school, and they did make grants to kids who were graduating and that they had a certain grade level, and they took part of that, in that the school's theater arts program. And then they had to, of course, be going forward into college in theater art or what the arts program, with a Bachelor of Arts, I think is what it's called. But so you see how that could easily be a yes, and you just need to give information like how much is the grants in the exact school and the criteria that you're going to be, going by, in order to determine who will qualify for that grant. But having said all of that, again, just showing you how it could be that you would need to answer yes, but the majority of my clients answer no. This is very specific, certain ones. Number 10, do you or will you operate in a foreign country or countries? You will be a no. I mean, if yes, name each foreign country and region within each country in which you do or will operate and describe your operations. I have yet to have a client who will be operating in a foreign country. I'll be honest and say I probably myself personally not let it it's okay to do that. I have not ran into that with me. But you can imagine there are a lot of nonprofits that operate in foreign countries. For example, Joyce Meyer Ministries, they definitely operate in foreign countries. They go over and they do all the help and the good they can. So you can see, as an example, how that would be a yes. But in most cases, you will probably answer no. Number 11, are you a sponsoring organization that maintains one or more donor advised funds? If yes, please provide a complete description of your program, including the specific advice that such donors may provide. Describe in detail the control you maintain or will maintain over the use of these funds. That would be a no. Now, you want to read more about that? See what it's telling you? You are what they mean by that. It tells you right here. Remember, I said this is an interactive form. It's pretty good, but I always actually go to the instructions, the actual Form 1023 instructions. But donor advised funds. See, it says you are a sponsoring organization of donor advised funds if you establish separate accounts that you own or control for a donor, whereby the donor or a donor advisor may make recommendations about the investments of or distributions from the account. You're going to be a no. Do you or will you opt? If you're a yes, say yes and explain. But being new and you're just starting out, I mean, you're going to be no. Do you, number 12, or will you operate a school? If yes, complete Schedule B. Majority of you are a no. All right. But if you are going to be operating a school, see, it doesn't give me any information there. So what I'm going to do really quickly is go to irs.gov. I just opened up another tab and let's go to charities and nonprofits up here, right here. I just clicked on that and I'm going to type in Form 1023 instructions and search for that. Form 1023 instructions. So here are the instructions. I'm just going to click on that. You can always right click. So let's go back to that form, okay? We're at number 12 and it is part 4. So we'll watch this. Go to instructions. Remember I said I always have them up. I did not have them up that time. I do apologize. But we're going to go to part 4. See right here, part 4, your activities. Let's just go right here and click on that. It should open us up in that spot. All right, part 4 activities. And I'm sorry, I have to jump back over here. Number 12. So we're going to scroll down until we get to number 12. And see, it gives you more instructions on that as to if you're going to have a school or what they mean by a school. And just read it. See, a school is an educational organization whose primary function is the presentation of formal instruction and which normally maintains a regular faculty and curriculum, and that normally has a regular enrolled body of pupils. We kind of know what that means, right? We've all been to school. So, and then it goes into more detail here, right? So if you're going to have a school, be prepared to complete Schedule B. The majority of you will be no. Number 13, is your principal purpose or function to provide hospital or medical care? The majority of you will be a no. If you're a yes, hey, get ready to rock and roll with Schedule C. I've not had any clients who start out on this level. This is like a really high level here. Do you, number 14, or will you provide low-income housing? If yes, hey, Schedule 5, excuse me, Schedule F, complete it. The majority of you will be a no. I'm going to say no there. Do you, number 15, do you or will you provide scholarships, fellowships, educational loans, or other educational grants to individuals, including grants for travel, study, or other similar purposes? And I have to apologize. I actually said that I had a client up here that would be donating. I think I said right here that they wanted to give grants to the school theater arts program at their school. That was not the section. I actually said no there for them, and I do apologize for that. It was actually here that I actually had to answer yes for them. Do you or will you provide scholarships? And it was a scholarship. It wasn't a grant. It was a $500 scholarship that they actually gave to individuals who qualified within their guidelines of their nonprofit, and they actually gave a $500 grant to their theater arts program at a particular school to 12th graders who had a certain, you know, um, who made a certain grade. I think they had to be on the A, B honor roll, and so on and so forth. So, but the majority of you will be a no. Again, if it's a yes, explain and complete Schedule H. Number 16, check any of the following fundraising activities that you will undertake. Now, we're going to stop right here because I've got to go into more detail on that, and it's a form that I actually submit. I do go down and I select these, and I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to take that out. But I want to show you more detail as to what I actually submit to the IRS, so they'll have a very good sense of what I will be doing. And so we're going to stop here at number 15. And in the next video, we'll pick up on part 4, number 16 and 17. And I think that's it for that one. But hey, we'll see when we get there. All right. So thank you so much for your time and hanging in here with me. Thank you for hanging in here with me through my fumbles and stumbles and so on and so forth. If you have any questions about any information that I've given you, definitely give me a comment. And I don't answer right away. I promise you, though, I will get to your question and I will answer you. And hey, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.